the status of our country is getting better because now we are beyond the enhanced supervision status. We have paid on time and before time all the loans by the IMF, and we have been upgraded in the past 11 years. 4 of these upgrades took place in the middle of the crisis. So we're back in the European normality, and we are getting close to getting an investment rate. Great, apologies. So, in this context of uncertainty, of high inflation rates, of very high inflationary pressures, and following a very painful 10-year period of shrinking, our country, thanks to the hard work of our citizens and of the state, managed to register stunning leap ahead despite turbulences. These turbulences are far from over, and nobody can predict how long these external factors will remain. So, having said that, both at the European and national level, the policy that we will follow has to give an answer to current requirements very quickly, very efficiently, and with a feeling of social justice, and at the same time with fiscal diligence, responsibility, and clairvoyance, so that we do not undermine the future of this country. In this context, it means the world to properly draft and implement policies that promote sustainability. Ladies and gentlemen, the concept of sustainability in this long period of global uncertainty and volatility has risen at the top of the global agenda. Europe has set as its main priority to achieve competitive sustainability by taking a turn towards a brand new development model. This model is described in the Green Deal of Europe's and aims at the so-called twin green and digital transition. In this context, the European strategy on sustainable financing remains the key. According to the last estimates by the European Commission, meeting the targets of the European Green Deal calls by 2030 to increase our annual rate of investments by 520 billion euros. So it is necessary, especially in this context of uncertainty, to focus on adopting policies, adopting reforms, and tools that will further promote the necessary reforms. The Greek government is tangibly supporting these European target setting by setting, a priori, sustainability at the center of our political priorities. In order to have this transition in this new development model, it is very important to be creatively supportive. It is very important to have the contribution by all productive forces of our society and economy. In this framework, the Ministry of Finance, governed by making this transition swiftly and effectively, we are currently planning new projects and policies based on 4 pillars. The first pillar: we modernize our corporate governance framework, also when it comes to public utilities. Following the Law 4706 of 2020 and amidst the global health-related crisis, we strengthened transparency and sustainable corporate governance by reforming the corporate governance institutional framework, talking about SAs that is, and the capital markets. And as you very well know, last week we further expanded this framework in order to cover public utilities as well. Second pillar: we have financial growth that's also relying on sustainability. The European Resilience and Recovery Plan emphasizes on green and digital transition, which amounts to 57% of our entire budget. A very recent proof of that has been passing the law for new incentives to have additional deductions and discounts for SMEs' expenses on green transition, digitalization, and green economy. Third pillar: we emphasize and we plan new policies to further support sustainable financing, emphasizing, of course, on the financial market and the capital markets. In collaboration with the European Reconstruction and Development Bank and the European Commission, in the context of 2 main projects of technical